Hey, good morning, everyone. It's Matt Donahue coming to you live with your weekly market update on Wednesday, September 4th. I hope you all had a fantastic Labor Day weekend. I've got to admit, after the last couple weekends celebrating birthdays, going to Metallica concerts, Labor Day was a nice, relaxing weekend at home with my two lovely daughters and, of course, my beautiful wife. But let's jump into it. So last week, hey, the markets were still working, right? The Dow was up another 1% to reach a new high. S&P ended up slightly higher, but the Nasdaq did fall by about 1%. Inflation has slowed. The inflation reports that came out last week, the Fed's preferred measure is the personal consumption expenditures index. It showed an annual increase of 2.6% for July, which was slightly below expectations. GDP growth for Q2 was also revised upward to 3% from 2.8, and that's driven by increased personal spending. Eurozone inflation fell to 2.2% in August. That's the lowest number in 3 years. People are feeling a little better about things. Consumer sentiment improved slightly. The University of Michigan's index rose to 67.9. And gold, boring old gold, just keeps charging ahead. It continued its upward trend, reaching about 25.35 per ounce. Some reports coming out this week. Nothing really that's going to, I think, shake the markets in any real significant way. Today, Wednesday, we've got job openings, factory orders. Thursday, we've got the employment report from ADP, and then of course the monthly jobs report is coming out Friday from the Department of Labor. The philosophy quote of the week comes from Epictetus, and this is very straightforward. It's first a hard winter training. Very short, very to the point. What does he mean by that? What he means is don't jump into something without getting ready for it. Doesn't matter what it is. Stop and think for a second before you do it. Do you need to do some things to get ready to do what you're going to do? You might. And could everything go a lot better if you do those things? Probably. So, just like investing, just like in your personal life, just like in insurance, and I'll tell you why I'm talking about insurance in just a moment here, just like in insurance planning, stop and think for a second. What am I really trying to accomplish here? What do I need to get done so that I can do it and do it well? Some tax tips. This is something I think about a lot is, um, as a small business owner, do you eventually, when your kids are there, do you employ them in the business? Well, it can offer some good tax benefits. You can avoid FICA taxes because minors don't pay FICA taxes, right? So you don't pay payroll taxes on them. You can also avoid federal income tax on wages up to a certain amount. You can pad a child's retirement plan account, and you can use it as a way to cover other expenses through the business. You got to make sure you comply with child labor laws, and you have to keep accurate records in terms of how many hours they worked. Because does the IRS know there's a lot of small business owners out there? Yes. Does the IRS know that a lot of those small business owners have kids? Yes. Does the IRS know it's possible that some of those small business owners are going to say, hey, my kid worked here for 30 hours a week and the kid never set foot in the building? Of course they do, right? So keep good records. Keep good records. This week, in September, we're going to change our focus a little bit. We're going to shift away from a healthcare tip. We're going to talk about life insurance in September. And the reason why is September is Life Insurance Awareness Month. Now, our blog post this week gets into some of the details about different types of insurance, considerations you have, term insurance, permanent insurance, health insurance, right? It gets into a lot of different things in terms of insurance. What I want everyone who listens to this to remember is insurance at its core is something that protects what's important to you. It protects your family. It protects your home. It protects your future. And it doesn't matter what type of insurance plan you put in place. Could you actually go buy a life insurance policy from someone? Sure. Could you go buy a disability income policy or a long-term care policy or a health care policy for someone? Sure. But if you have a plan to address whatever issue that insurance might be helping you with, it might not even be necessary to buy the insurance. It's just a question of, and think back to our philosophy quote of the week, right? I'm thinking about doing this. I want to make sure it happens, even if something happens to me. What are some of the things I got to think about to make sure it still has a good chance of moving forward? That's why you get insurance. So that's something too. I'm a chartered life underwriter in addition to being a certified financial planner. I'm certified in long-term care planning. We advise people all the time on Hey, how's Medicare working? In fact, today, September 4th, my partner Ken Hamilton is running a webinar at noon Central Time. Go to our website to sign up for it. But at noon Central Time, he's going to talk for about an hour on Medicare and how it works. So make sure you inform yourself, educate yourself, do your research. If the life insurance lingo is just something that you're like, man, this is Greek to me. It's as bad as Matt's philosophers in his video. Well, guess what? Call us, right? We can help you sort that stuff out and try to figure out what's best to help you protect your goals and protect what's important to you. So short week of the week, short week though, right? 4-day week. I hope everybody had a phenomenal and happy Labor Day weekend with friends and family, and we will see you all next week. Thanks again, everyone. Bye bye.